Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you're watching I Watch You Watch. Today, we are covering a new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is season 6, currently airing on Bravo or on the streaming network of Peacock. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. You can share it. You can also subscribe if you are new to this channel. Welcome aboard. And you can leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. Okay, so you've already heard my rankings of how I feel about this show, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. For me, my two favorite shows are neck to neck, which is The Real Housewives of Miami and also Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. They're taking it. That's all I can really tell you at this moment. And then for the black folks who say, why ain't it in Atlanta? It was. They've been dethroned. They've been dethroned. Why is it in the Potomac? They peaked at season 4 and have never got back up there again. And I also already explained why I don't even watch it, nor do I review it. I see my clips and all that good stuff, but that's it. But anyways, yeah, they're taking it. Even though Beverly Hills has the most watched views in the ratings as far as live television, which I don't understand. But these shows always keep us entertained. Salt Lake City, also Miami. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so we'll get into this. We start off the episode on a group trip. We don't really see that normally. Now, I think normally they're beginning to get more into the trips earlier in the seasons because they usually do a domestic and then an international one. I think maybe Miami may have started something for this season where Lisa and Larsa went overseas. Was it to Italy? I think. But anyways, it was like episode 2 or something. But anyway, I'm cool for some of these rules to change, switch it up a little bit as far as even how the folks congregate together. You know, Angie is heading over this trip or hosting this trip. We still don't know if Mary is co-host or not, but people are saying that it's hers and Mary's not is not hosting it. She's going to be taking, Angie, we'll just say that for now, an RV. They're going to be going to campgrounds while there's snow. Now, of course, I'm not from the region of having just snow and doing all these activities in snow. That's for the winter months. We know that Salt Lake City, they don't thaw out until like going on April or so. Normally, where I'm from, which is from the Midwest, springtime, you get a little jacket that you wear sometimes. It's a little bit windy sometimes. The grass is starting to turn green. We're starting to see flowers and all that good stuff. But their winters over there last a little bit longer, so whatever. But anyways, they're gonna go camping. However, Angie has disguised her invitation by thinking that they're going to be going on a beach trip, somewhere sunny and all that good stuff. This year we again have Brittany, who was a friend of the show. We had another one, but there was some behind the scenes stuff. Mel, we only saw her for about not even half of the season, maybe a fourth of the season, and then she was gone. That was Whitney's friend, who allegedly said a slur behind the scenes. I forgot what it was, but anyways, she's not back. So they just really kept up the same cast and all that good stuff. Cool. As Angie and Mary are driving to go pick up the ladies, they're going to be picking up them at one of Heather's locations, which is Beauty Lab. The ladies are standing outside. Why in the cold? I don't know. Because, I mean, maybe you just didn't want cameras in your place at the time, Heather. I don't know. But yeah, that probably would have been done better if you would have just let them be out, be in the warmth, or be in the heat while waiting on this RV. So the RV pulls up, everyone gets in. They're kind of shocked at what's going on, but everyone's just, everyone's okay with what they got. They adjusted. They did ask for the first time out of several times during this trip, or during this episode, where's Lisa? Nobody knows where Lisa is. Angie, we get a flashback scene of her calling Lisa, inviting her on this trip. She said, nope, sorry, I can't come. I have this work thing, da-da-da-da-da. From what has been told, Lisa had not begun filming as of yet because she was negotiating her contract. However, you know, Bravo doesn't discuss contracts and don't really tell their business outside of what is produced on the show. We don't really know. Anyways, I think Lisa was on an interview. I just saw a brief clip. She said, well, this year I usually, normally I just shut down my businesses that I have outside of filming while we're filming. But this year I just decided to do other things for myself. It feels like, to me, that Lisa Barlow is feeling unappreciated by Bravo. Even though she gets a lot of commercials. Did you guys see the Lexus commercial that Meredith and Lisa are doing? I said, okay, that's dope. That's dope. I wish this was around for Atlanta back in their glory days. But hey, times are changing. I mean, now there's awards for it. But now there are awards for reality TV, which is cool. And Bravo shows are getting nominated, which is cool. It would have been nice if the ones that really were trailblazed to get this whole franchise series up and running could have gotten their flowers. Yeah. So anyways, they get on the RV and they're waiting to pull off, and then next thing you know, there's a bunch of SWAT team men and asking for Whitney. We find out that Whitney pulled a prank, and it's really about the police officers are strippers. Police strippers are lacking. I'll just put it at that. Let's just say, not your ideal strippers. You're not getting Magic Mike or Magic City. And Mary wanted Magic City if it was gonna do anything. So anyways, they had some fun. They start riding and they start talking about Lisa again. Some things were suggested as to what's going on. We're finding out that Lisa's got a lot of lawsuits. Some things about her stealing money and all that stuff. I haven't really gotten into it. For now, I don't really care about it. Not until at least Lisa comes on the screen and starts talking about it. They get to the campsite that they're going to be at. There may have been other things. Was there anything that they were talking about on the boat, on the RV? I don't know, but they just keep bringing up Lisa. I will say this: if there was contract negotiations going on, I hope Lisa got it. And I don't know why this cast is doing this, but y'all are making Lisa that girl. And before y'all turn off your screens, y'all are making her the Nene. Y'all are making her the Teresa. Y'all are making her the Kyle Richards. And I roll my eyes because I don't understand why she is, but y'all are making her all this. Y'all are making her the Giselle. So Lisa is brought up again after they sit down and gonna have, I think, having something to eat or whatever. Bravo brings it up and just lets it all out as to what she knows, what's going on. Heather's playing dumb and playing protective of her friendship with Lisa. She's never heard anything. Not from her being part of the act of Velma and Daphne from Scooby-Doo, meeting her in good weather. All they do is just dig up stuff and nosy and need to know all that. And now you don't know nothing about what's going on with Lisa. Sure. We know you're just trying to be a good Gretchen to your Regina girl. But anyways, I don't think it's good that we're talking about her while she's not even here, and you're just saying things. It was brought up, well, Lisa talks about other people while they're not around. She's always bringing up everybody else's stuff. I don't understand why we can't say anything. Good point. Mary jumped in too. She said, because Heather was like, I don't know about all that. Yeah, you do, Heather. And Mary said, yes, she does. Season 2 was crazy. They were scheming behind Mary, trying to make her look like she was this cult leader, which there hasn't been any charges brought up against Mary as of yet. They worked with bloggers. Nothing's come up. These bots were on the timeline. Nothing's come about it. All of this. I think the church in Salt Lake City did shut down. From what I've been told, is that they have a new church in Indiana that they go to. That's what I've been told. However, we know that Mary's husband is not going to be on our screens. He does not like what they did. Mary just has decided to come back, and she's the only reason why I came back. I do still love the show, even with Mary here at this point. I've let some things go. I'm basically trusting Mary as to why I'm trusting the show again. But yeah, they just brought that up. Brittany, who wants a moment. Brittany, who wants to be heard. Brittany, that wants attention, has an announcement. And then it was a Uno reverse. She said her and Jared got engaged, which I think she got engaged to see if she could be, what do they hold there? I don't know what they hold there. She wanted to be a main girl. Oh, Brittany was one that was defending Lisa too. There we go. We'll get to that in just a second. And then got engaged to Jared Osmond, and then 2 weeks later they called it off because the children were not approving of it all, because they see what a hot arse mess you are and him are. So Brittany did defend Lisa, and what happened was, I think it was on the RV, but whatever. Her and Whitney got into it because you're sitting up here talking about Lisa, but what about your business that's gone under? And then Whitney just clapped back and said, well, why are you're talking about my business, but what do you do for a living? Suck Jared for a living? What do you do, Brittany? We know that you're an actress and you live in Salt Lake City, so we know you're not getting jobs like that. Is it alimony? We really don't know anything about you, but about your boy obsession, your pick-me obsession, I'll just say that much, to be attached to an Osmond name. I mean, Osmonds are the creme de la creme of Salt Lake City because they are the breakout stars. And of course, whomever the family of the ones that started Mormonism. It's them or them, as far as the notable people that we know. Anyways, yeah. So basically, she was, Whitney done backed Brittany up off for her, we find out that Brittany and Lisa's friendship has gone so close. I bet you, this season, Lisa's not gonna say the same. She's gonna love that you are her do girl, that you are defending her. She's gonna thank you for that. You really have my back. She's gonna do that. She's not gonna have your back. So it looks like the people that are more on the outs with Lisa are the ones that are talking about her. And that consists of Whitney, Brown, and Angie. Angie's more, let's keep it real. We gotta talk about her stuff like she likes to talk about everybody else's stuff. They brought up the necklace thing. We find out that Brown lied the whole time. She was never going to buy this necklace. She was fronting for us. And she did it because she didn't want to seem uncool to the rest of the group. And I think that is one of the most pathetic things I have ever heard. This grown arse woman is trying to fit in with these girls, which a lot of them are just, I'm glad that you're entertaining me, but no. You came in here. I promise you, you really have to just hold off your opinions of these folks, because these folks will flip on you in a second. So don't go goo goo gaga over these folks. It's so great. I will talk about Atlanta. It's the way that people pumped up Edie on Atlanta. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Courtesy of Rodney DeVoy's Bang Bang. Y'all pumped her up so much. Ooh, she gonna be a good girl. Ooh. She got a few nuggets in towards the end of the season, but it was way too late. And she's not a girl's girl. She wouldn't have been in this group, even though some people are still wanting her to be on the show. Whatever. Yeah, you're quite a disappointment, Brown. And I don't know. Someone did say on the timeline, shout out to Dre, about how Brown is moving is how Jen P on the Real Housewives of OC is moving towards Tamara. Even though on that show, the fans were pushing her to do all this stuff to Tamara. But now they turned her back because now Jen P is on the out of someone that they now consider a fan favorite. Don't go with the audience. Brown. If you got real grievances with the girl, have real grievances. But lady, and we know that in the trailer that the girl ends up eating you up. Lisa does. So look, don't turn the fans off even more. People know that you're a liar. People know that you're a pick-me. There's not much more that they're going to tolerate from you. Yes, we're good that you have a relationship with Law Roach, if y'all saw that the other day. I think at the Emmys. I think that was at the Emmys. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool that there is something there, but Brown, you got to come up with a different strategy. The ladies go on different excursions. Half the women are kayaking. The other women are, I think, ice fishing, or at least fishing in the cold water. And they get on their suits to go dip in water and all that good stuff. Mary's really participating these past few years. She's not sitting in the van and all that good stuff, and it's pretty cool. She even jumped up for the strippers, even though she wasn't even excited, but she decided to bring her on. And that's cool. Now nobody really can have any objections to her as far as being on the cast if she's not participating. Partners on the kayaking, specifically Heather and Brown, they kind of were able to team together. They don't like each other. And kind of got together, and this kind of smoothed things over as to how their relationship is. Heather has been one that's had Brown's number. I didn't understand it, but obviously Brown has proved this right, that Heather was right, or proved Heather right that she was right about her. And this is one of the first times I'll ever just say that Daphne, no, you're probably Velma was right. So the girls meet up again. Angie brings up, oh, we gotta talk about that too. We'll talk about that because they keep bringing up Lisa. Angie brings up that it looks like Heather's able to be herself when Lisa's not around, and you're able to actually be nice to Brown. And Heather was like, I can be nice to her. That kayaking thing would have happened whether Lisa was here or not, I think. You know, that little, I'm innocent. You know how Heather is. Angie made a dumb analogy as far as whatever's going on with Lisa, comparing her to Jen Shaw. And everybody and myself was like, what are you talking about, girl? And why y'all keep bringing up that girl? We don't want her. I know what they're saying on the timeline. I hope it don't happen. I want no part of her on the show again. If y'all like that this woman was responsible for help this person unalive themselves over her scamming, and you want to be entertained by that, I rest my case. Yeah. So yeah, what else happened? And then Heather's got some more mysteries. It turned into some type of Blair Witch project where there's a woman that was a part of polygamy, went missing in this part of the woods and all this stuff. Oh, Brittany gave them all cameras as a way to wink at her thing is when she was recording the ladies last season, that everything blew up for her for doing that. She brought everyone. She said, oh, I think we should all personalize video, take personal videos of this, of our time here. Like, okay, cool, lady. So they do it. Like, okay. Anything else? Meredith and Brittany kind of talked off their situation, but Meredith don't see it for her, and Brittany doesn't understand why. Brittany doesn't understand why Whitney said about, I can't even say the word. Why would you think that about me? Why would you? Because she's just so holy and church filled and all this stuff. Oh yeah, she doesn't drink, but she does drink. It's just that she didn't want. I wonder if they're going to bring it up because of the stuff that she does now. The Mormon Church will not accept her as doing what she is doing. So I wonder if she's been excommunicated or not, or if that was just fake news. I forgot about that last season. Anyways, yeah. So there isn't really a resolve there. Like Meredith does feel like that Brittany came at her for no reason, and it was true. But you were just trying to get out of the whole orbit of this Mary and then Brownman thing. You were trying to stir more trouble so that you could get your what is the thing that they hold there? I forget. Ice sculpture. I don't care. So she goes back to Whitney about why would you think that I would actually. And then Whitney goes into, well, you came at me in my business, and you know how that feels. You don't know how that feels for me to be an entrepreneur. Just my business failed. And then you came at me, you don't know what it's like that having to fire 30 people and all of this. And you came at me, so I came at you. Miss Whitney, I got a question for you. If all this stuff is happening to you now, your business is gone. There's a lot we can say. Your business is gone, yet you were the one going on about the stuff with the Alibaba stuff and acting like people were damaging your brand and business and all that stuff. Meredith and Lisa last season. So for your store, your business to just tank so quickly, which we knew it was because a lot of us been suspicious as to how you do business, because we're like, you switched, you changed the name of your company, you made this man take out all the savings, and I think out of his pension and all that, he had to go work a couple jobs, and then I think by season 3, you were on him about spending more time with the family after you've done basically crippled your household to believe in your business and brand. I think you were depending on the fans that have been stirring you up because that you talk like this, and you can slide down a stripper pole to be the ones that are what's going to raise your business. And we also thought it was crazy because I don't think that Heather carries your brand anymore in your store, your products in her beauty lab thing anymore. So, yeah. And it was kind of also interesting that you were able to know exactly what Jen Shaw was doing. Like, you understood it. You were able to interpret to everybody else. And it seemed like you were scamming too. But you didn't announce anything about your business going under. But again, I don't understand why you went at them so hard. Because you really didn't have a storyline last season. And you just decided to do all this extra stuff with the bloggers. And now you're worried about TikTokers. All they want to do is just take me down. But you have a crazy relationship with bloggers. And you use them at your disposal. That is one wench that I just can't stand. No growth, no nothing. But she gets to stay around because she talks like a baby and she's got great work done to herself and can slide down a pole. That's about it, because I don't really want to go into the Blair Witch stuff. It just don't make sense to me. It's just them trying to be entertaining. But yeah, the trailer still looks good, and we'll see what happens. Do I think it's going to be as groundbreaking as season 4? Probably not, but I think I'm going to still be entertained. They're just kind of effortless in what they're doing, and they bring a lot of camp to the show, and it's cool. But you guys can tell me your comments below. Thank you for joining me. Like this video, share it, subscribe, and until the next episode, peace.